Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Page number 339 to 341. Part 6. Shadangas, Ceremonies. 1 and 2. 1. Shadangas. The basic books of Hindu religion, after Vedas, come their 6 part ceremonies known as Shadanga. When you think of Vedas as a person or a murti, that of the Veda Purusha has many parts. The 6 important parts are mouth, nose, eyes, ears, hands, and legs, known as Shad. 6 Angas, parts, or Shadangas. This has become Shadanga to mean any function or a formal meeting. Devaram calls Shivapuruman Vedamudu or Angam Ajinan to mean the one who became six-partic with Vedas. Part 2. Inscriptions on stones and copper plates. In the olden times, all the Dharma Shastras were recorded and inscribed on stones. In those days, the temple was something like sub-registrar's office for recording important events for posterity. In Tiruvankur Samsthanam, there was an employee called Tirumandira Olai. Till recently, every king or Nawab or Sultan had that person as part of the bureaucracy, like a private secretary of the present day. His job was to write whatever the king or Nawab says on a palm leaf. Then he is required to send it to the person who has to act upon the orders of the ruler. Those days, whosoever does some dhanam or dharmam should inform the king. He will make an order. That order be written by Mandira Volai Karan, saying it should be recorded in stone and copper. That will be sent to that city or a town or village concerned. They will arrange to record it in the temple walls by engraving on a stone as a permanent record. That is how in the temples of yore you find a lot of writings on the outer walls, such orders etched on stone. Sembil Vettiko Kolvadu meant that those records were made on copper plates, which evidently an advancement in technology. Engraved on metal plates, the wordings were more legible. More than one plate meant there was a hole made in the top corner through which a metal ring was inserted. Those copper rings were kept in the temples in the underground safe room called Kshemam. The social life itself was handed over to God and kept in safe custody. So temple was the registrar's office and epigraphy office. Let this matter be aside. I am coming to the Sabha or a council in each village or town. In each village was a Sabha manned by Brahmins who knew the Vedas and Mantra Brahmanam. There was a well-established method of selection. Known criminals and their relatives were proscribed from becoming a member. Names of all those aspirants who wanted to become a member were written on a separate palm leaves and placed inside pot. The child was asked to pick out the names at random. You became a member if your name happens to be picked up. This procedure was clearly explained in stone engraving the temple in Uttarameru. The Sabha had many branches. There was a committee for water supply. There was one for levying taxes. Whether you donate land or money or cattle to the temple or arrange for lighting up of the temple premises for Akhanda Deepam and so on, all such actions were through the Sabha. They will approve of it. Then they will sign it as Inganam Sabayom. Many names of the signatories are now known through such engravements. Some of those names are prefixed by Shadkarma Vinatan or Shadangavi or Shadangavit. All those words mean that same thing. Thus, Shad plus Angam plus Vit would mean that person referred is someone who knows all six parts of the Vedas. This reveals that there were many who knew all the six parts of the Vedas in many of the small villages of South India, and they were respected people of the society, and the practice of Vedas and Vedic activities were widely prevalent in the whole world of Tamil Nadu. That is why Vedic activities came to be known by some common name of Shadangas. One more piece of irrefutable evidence is that Sundaramurti Swamigal is the one of the four among the 63 Nayanmars known as Saiva Koronar Nalvar. When Sundaramurti Swamigal was being offered a girl in marriage, the name of the father of the girl was offered as Shadangavi Shivacharyar. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Rama 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 Rama.